Hey folks, how's it? We are doing a case study in the life of a wonderful man called Joseph. We're trying to put together a study on his life as it relates to his incredible ability to forgive. Now, the last 2 weeks we've been looking at what different aspects of forgiveness looks like. We've seen where it comes from, how it's given, when it's not given. We've had a look at that, and now we want to take those principles and apply them in a real life situation as seen in the life of this incredible man, Joseph. Remember, Joseph was the favored one. He had 10 older brothers, then there was himself, and later a younger brother, Benjamin. But Joseph came out of a favored environment, probably a little bit too favored, maybe. The brothers were jealous of him, and he knew that, but he played up the game, and the brothers hated him. One day he went out to check on the brothers. They saw him coming, and they conspired a scheme against him. And they grabbed him, they tore off his beautiful robe of colors, put blood on it from a goat, and they sent it back to his father to say, this is all that's left. Well, Joseph was then taken and put in a pit. Father didn't know that. The father presumed that he had been done in by a lion or by some animal, but Joseph found himself in a pit. But here's the lesson that I want to pick up on today. In life, there are groups of people that sometimes mess us up. Groups of people who don't understand us. Groups of people who may misinterpret us. But there's always one in the pack who's not that bad. There's always one good apple amongst all the bad ones. You see, in this particular story, there was a guy called Reuben. Reuben was one of the brothers. And when he heard of the scheme, he thought, no, that's not fair. Joseph might be a bit of a spoiled brat, but he doesn't deserve this kind of treatment. And so he, amidst all the conspiring against Joseph, he conspired his own plot to try and save him. So he was the one who came up with the scheme to say, hey, brothers, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Let's rather just sell him as a slave. We can make $1 or $2 out of that. And then he had a plan to try and get Joseph out of the depth of the plot that was coming against him. He was a good guy amongst all of the bad guys. Now I'm going to tell you people, not everybody's bad. As much as you may have been hurt by a lot of people, there are some people who are just not part of it. There are some people who need to be honored for the stand that they make for doing right. Whatever group you come from, whatever group you represent, or the group that represents the people who have hurt you, don't label them all the same. Don't paint them all with the same brush, which is our tendency. Remember, there are others amongst them who are the good guys. They're not that bad. They're actually on your side. Nobody is totally bad. But you know what our tendency is as human beings? Is we tend to judge people at their darkest hour. Now, these guys went through a dark hour, that's for sure. To do that against their little brother was a mean thing. But Joseph's brother Reuben was the one who redeemed the situation. At least amongst the 10, there was one who was a good guy. One who redeems, and maybe in a way, the rest. So always look for that person. I'm referring to people who have had negative church experiences. That's the nature of the industry, I guess, if you could call it that I am in. And I guess we disappoint people terribly from time to time. So if you're one of those people who labels all the church people as a bunch of hypocrites and they're all the same, you're wrong. You're wrong, they're not all the same. There are some amongst those that maybe have hurt you who are not bad at all, who have good intentions, who genuinely love the Lord and genuinely love you. Find those people amidst those that maybe don't shine so bright. Look to them. Let them be your example. Let them be your encouragement amidst all the bad apples that there might be. I'm not saying every church is made up of bad apples, but I am saying whenever there is one, there's always one amongst the bad ones that can stand for good. So don't belittle everybody. Don't bother everybody. Don't be disappointed by everybody, because there's always one. Just go and find that one. To those of you who have been hurt by church, and the church is a bunch of human beings, and the fact that we are told we're a bunch of hypocrites, I I guess is really true. But if you weren't a hypocrite, you wouldn't be welcome here, because I guess there's an element of hypocrisy in every single one of us. So go easy on that thing. Find the good guy, build with him or her, and make your Christian life a great experience. I hope that makes sense. Look for your Reuben amongst the rest. Go and have a good day. Bye-bye.